I'm rocking with your boy Czar, all rights reserved. We back again with it. You know what time it is. Nation stand up. Let's talk about this. Now, again, I'm calm, cool, and collective. Let's talk about conspiracies, the ideology behind it. Now, conspiracies are not just when people have theories and thoughts of things that happen, even though we're asking questions, which is a totally different thing. Let's run with the narrative they have. Conspiracies also build to look at the root word of it, conspiring. Are you telling me in order for someone to show up where someone's headed to, okay, in order for someone who was familiar around them, suspects were around them in pictures at some point in time, okay? Also, we know of funny things that occurred on the side, like the investigation. It was funny. Didn't go how normal investigations happen there. These suspects, DNA wasn't collected up front. We have situations where you randomly find the evidence in one of the suspects' grandmother's car after these suspects ran all over the East Coast getting away. From South to East Coast. Very interesting. Let's look at other conspiring factors. That someone got out the car and ran. That the two people were looked at by their body shape. Okay? So I'm looking at these two people, and the two people that were alleging did the crime had the body shape of someone you felt was similar to him. And when I say him, you mean the suspect. Really? That's not conspiracy? That's actual fact? So I can look at how someone looks on tape, say they're shaped just like that one guy. That's them. Without any defining factors, and that makes up the end case. Case closed. Everything shut down. Let's talk about more conspiring, since everyone says all these conspiracies and how funny schemes that they're saying didn't really happen. So if I'm scheming, let's think of battle rap. If I'm scheming, okay, I'm building verbs, nouns, and conjecting different things that may mean something else but work into what I'm trying to say, so it has a double meaning. So I'm scheming. So we didn't see situations that could go either way, that oddly looked at something but could have actually been something else. How about the weapons used? We didn't see the flash from it. How about the camera that comes with the car? We didn't see any footage on that. How about the bank making a public statement? Oh, he was here. We have the video. Not seeing the video. How about when the investigators go to court with the suspects? Shows the video. Puts his big head in the way so we can't see what's going on the right side of the camera. And even from what we saw, do you know what would happen if that video was public? It would get pulled apart. We're already having people who are de-editing different things that were edited in a Kanika Jenkins death video. So you're telling me that in this video is just not being released to protect the case. How does it protect the case? What's not being protected and what's being protected? What, because you couldn't rule this death an accident? Because it couldn't just be written off as something crazy happening out of the ordinary? Where do we find the conspiracies versus truth? Who came up with the word conspiracy? You can educate yourself. Was it not came up with to cover up something, to just add a sense of entitlement to call someone crazy, even though things they were saying made sense? How many years has this been done? How many years have people practicing demeaning thoughts of other people to gratify themselves? It happens every day. Whether someone's lying, this stuff happens every day in many different scenarios. So you're telling me that because you don't agree with someone, they're a conspiracy theorist. That is a title given. That doesn't make it fact. Why can't they have their own opinion on different things? Oh, because if they had their own opinion and they turn out true, you scatter to the hills. Here's what I'm going to say. If anything we discuss, which has already happened, if any more we discuss turns up fishy, All of you who were sitting there talking about conspiracy theorists, this, X did this, that didn't happen. I want you to disappear. No, I don't want to see your profile here or I'll block you. Not because I don't agree with what you're saying or I'm against what you're saying, but because you're the worst type of individual to have in a growing new world. Someone who can't think intricately. Someone who can't make decisions on their own, but has to use their media instead of stepping up. So anyone who's speaking on this person in any positive way, if someone held you captive and said, do you really care about this person or not? You care so much you're willing to scream it to the mountains. But you could care less if a case gets solved about a young man life being taken. You could care less. That's what every time you speak, whether you know it or not, someone smart looks at your stupidity and says, this dummy's always posting videos, posting pictures, saying the name, doing this, doing that, involving someone else, and it's not you progressing. Do you get progression? Progression destroys the ideology of clout. I'll take it. Clout, whatever. Hey, where's my trophy? I'll take it. But ultimately, what have you progressed? What have you addressed? Have you seen people moving funny since you said something? You don't even care about what I'm worried about me. I'm on my... Right. But you rather mention someone else's name when it benefits you. Just like you mentioned my name when it benefits you. How come you weren't talking since the beginning? Oh, it didn't benefit you. Do you get this? Has anyone lost me? You see, my problem is not even with the people. It's how they move. Don't criticize someone else's movement unless you come out with proof after proof after proof we haven't even seen yet. Here. And we've been actively searching. Come out with that. And I'm not going to tell you what proof, since you know what conspiracy is and what's not. You figure it out. Since you're so genius and you know that nothing funny happened here, it's simple and plain. How about you go turn on Kingdom Hearts? Nothing simple and plain about what we're doing. And it's simple and clean, but we know you're dirty too. We're not even going to give you that factor. And do I need to tell them how dirty? Or should I just start coming out, targeting people I see speaking, and in-depth research and things I get on the side I don't talk about, and I start zoning in and showing your connections of why you'd even say it? Should I do that? Because a lot of people would be mad. I'd have half the internet mad. They'd be like, he doesn't do that. He didn't do that. But you didn't say nothing when they were talking about X as an abuser. The news stations. You didn't say nothing when all of this went down. Just RIP. All you lames can do is sit there to say RIP. None of you can show up when it's needed. But you want to call everybody a conspiracy theorist. Or why can't it just happen simple? Why can't it? Because of people like you. Because you need to make it seem like everybody's doing conspiracies in order for you to hide your dirt and to be someone that's out of the limelight, going with the flow of somebody you presume is amazing just to be in their good graces. Whose butt did I say I was sniffing up? I could point out many people's butt you sniffed, including people who you're about to sniff in a month, because I can presume it and almost tell the future because your character. Do we want to play that game? You see, you didn't see the beginnings of this channel. You don't know. Even if you go watch the videos, you're late. You don't know the grind. All you know is the grind to put money in your pocket to stunt and act amazing in front of others. But you don't know the pain of those who actually cared about somebody that's lost. People like me that speak up are why that exists. Because people like you will always be in a shell, hiding things, trying to stand behind people, trying to say things a certain way, trying to sway or dissuade the public to believe not to think critically and to appease whoever you want to look good for. We never move that way. Sad. That's a sad way to move. Because if that's how you really want to move, you can't tell me you're real. You can't. You can say it, but it's not believable. You can go out and do the most amazing, most controversial thing. When you say something, stand on it. Because I'm standing on receipts. Cleo has a lot going on. We talked. I'm not even going to say, oh, these guys all see my receipts. She knows my motive. She knows we talked. None of you even reached to talk to these people except trying to get clout, saying sorry for... How does that help her? Sorry for your loss. Sorry for that. Sorry for this. How far does sorry go? That's why you're sorry. And not sorry for what you did. You're a sorry person. You don't see it. You still don't get it, don't you? You're still sitting there like, what is he talking to? Because you're lost. You could stay lost. But here, we move with a solid motion. We're looking at evidence. We're looking at a crime scene. We're looking at how information was presented versus information for everybody else. You don't, that's a conspiracy. He's conspiring. When there's so many people conspiring and doing wrong, but you don't want to point them out. No snitching. How lame. Then something happens to you. Everybody have my back. That's how it works. You guys are hilarious. I mean, you're almost as funny as Dave Chappelle's stand-up. Really. And I got a friend that could tell you I laughed myself to sleep off of that. Like, I laughed till I fell asleep off of Dave Chappelle comedy. That's how I laugh at you guys. Because you're the new generation. You think that's the wave, how you behave? Nah. Orders here. Get in grip. Get in line. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why would you even make a public statement like that to people when you influence? That's why some of you guys don't deserve power. And we're going to start to look at deals. We're going to look at y'all deals. Y'all don't deserve that power. If you're giving these guys a deal, send it over here. They can't do nothing for you but do what they're told to do and sniff butt. Creativity's key. We the future. We the best. In my DJ Khaled voice, not even in the Khaled voice, but you know what I'm saying. You know how I rock. All rights reserved.